everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is actually a book wrapped video. I've been wanting to do this video since like last December. I wanted to talk about all the books that I read the past year, which is like extremely low. Like it's like one of my new resolutions to like read more, post more, just do a lot of things more. Yeah, well, I thought, as the books that I read was little, can just do and like talk about all the books that I read and why I read it, what I think about them all. So you guys, if you're like thinking about reading the book, you can just consider this as a little review. So yeah, the first book I want to talk about is from a trilogy called Bright Falls, which is written by Ashley Herring Blake. And the first one from the book, the trilogy, is Delilah Greene as Kira, which was the first one I read. This is basically a queer series, and if you know me, I am absolutely obsessed with anything and everything queer. Like, girl, if it's queer, you have to hit me up. Like, I'm obsessed with it, like that. And so the first one was Delilah Greene is Insecure, the first one from the trilogy, and the first one I read. This one's basically about Delilah, who's this masked photographer, dark haired, curly hair, and tattoos, and a kind of grumpy past. Her dad died, and she was brought up with her step family, who thought, who she thought was neglecting her, but turns out not to be the case, and you know. And then we got Claire, who is a femme and a childhood friend of Astrid, who is Delilah's stepsister. And they all come together for Astrid's wedding, and Delilah turns out to be the photographer for that. And under the circumstances, they just end up dating, Delilah and Claire. And it's a very heartwarming, cozy, a little good read, and I was obsessed with it. I finished it in like 2 days. I was reading it at the house, the college, at the bus. Like I was totally obsessed with it. Yeah, so I gave it like 4 out of 5 on Goodreads. So if you're looking for like just starting reading more queer novels, you can give this a shot. Like I give it like 100 recommendation chances. Like so good. But now come to the second one from the trilogy and the one that I read, which is called Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. This one is focusing on Astrid. She is obviously also queer. Like every main character in this trilogy is obviously queer. And Astrid, this one was kind of a disappointment for me. Mostly because they kind of watered down her character. Like she was so uptight and career oriented, so you know, kind of grumpy in the first book, and when it came to her book, it was kind of flipped. Like it did not sometimes align with the Astrid in the second book that it did from the first one. So it was kind of like meh for me. So yeah, it's good, but I would give it like a 3 out of 5, 2.5 to 3. I think that's how I rated it in Goodreads. I don't remember it. I'm shooting with my phone right now, so I can't pull it out. But yeah, it was average. And the third one is basically Iris Kelly Doesn't Date, which is about their friend, another friend from that group, which I have not read yet. I have downloaded it, I have to read it, I have not started it yet. And I've added it to my to be read list for 2026. So I'll be letting you guys know how that was after I read it, maybe on Goodreads or like another video, maybe. Yeah, so with that, we're closing the Bright Falls series. So the third book that I want to talk about was this really weird little book. I don't think not much people know about this because I've not really seen it on mainstream or like in book talk. This one's called Hunger by a Korean author, Choi Jin Young. Again, I don't have the physical copy. I downloaded it off of a website, and oh my god, this book, I think I gave it like a 2 star. It heavily emphasizes it's about cannibalism, and I was obsessed with NBC Hannibal last year, And as a byproduct with cannibalism, I mean, I've always been intrigued by cannibalism, but you know, Hannibal just emphasized it more. So I was, going down the rabbit hole, wanting to read more about that, and I came up on this little book, and not at all what I expected. Maybe it's like too, I don't know, like, let me tell you, stories basically, I don't know, was very mundane, I would say. I did not see much of like depth with it, but the author was really trying for it. But I don't know. She even ate his hair. Yeah, it was kind of, and his nails. Yeah, I was kind of awkward. Mm. I did finish the book though. I did finish the whole book. It was just not up to it for me. It's a really short book though, but it's just really not that great for me. Like, you guys try it and let me know. I guess if you are into cannibalism and that sort of stuff, it's a really great read. I wouldn't say great, but to each their own. So yeah, I wanna move on from that. And yeah, let's talk some classic literature now. So the next fourth one, right? Yeah, fourth one that I read was basically the infamous The Picture of Dorian Gray. Yes, I had to get this book, like the physical copy of the book, as well as in hardcover because ever since I kind of like came upon this book and the scandals behind this book, I had to get this book. Like I had to read it, underline it, like everything because oh my god, you know, there are two main reasons as to why I chose to read Picture of Dorian Gray first. First one, of course, because it is classic literature, and we mostly right now people read a lot of modern love and the smut and the cozy ones. Yes, but I also wanted to try what classic literature was like, the writing style. I particularly love literature even though that's not what I'm majoring in. So I had to know, how everything was represented, and let me tell you, this book totally humbled me. Like I thought I knew enough English to read a classic literature, but no. I had to sit down with a Google and an Oxford dictionary to complete this book. And yeah, it was very nice though to come upon new words and what they meant. It was really good. And second of all, more importantly, the heavily emphasized homosexuality. Oh my god. The at one point, let me tell you, I thought Basil, Henry, and Dorian was going to have a threesome. Like, oh my god. I mean, I don't really see that happening, but just for the just for the laugh. And yeah, I just wanted to see, when I came upon when I read that Oscar Wilde was heavily backlashed and how this book caused this much scandal for representing heavily emphasized homosexual undertones, and I had to know like how and what caused this much scandal and what was this how the homosexuality was represented in such an early book. Like I had to go and read it to understand it. And yes, oh my god, the tension was definitely there. Let me tell you that. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. It took me way longer though, because you have to use the dictionary and that kind of lagged the whole process. But I actually absolutely enjoyed every bit of it. Give it like an absolute 10 out of 10 for this one. This little beauty here, like absolutely loved it. And I have to read more classic literatures. I need to go down and look for them I am planning on reading Frankenstein, Mary Shelley. I watched the movie, absolutely loved the movie, and I need to read it now to see what are all the differences from the book and the movie, how accurate the movie was, and also because it's written by a female author, Mary Shelley, which is incredible. Like, what? And the second one is this vampire novel, Carmilla, I guess. I would need to read that one as well. Okay, so that was my 2025 book wrapped. I know it's very short. I read like what, 4 books this whole year, which is pathetic. I know. I'm planning on reading more next year, which I actually started already with Hidden Rivalry. Oh my god, guys, this book got me feeling things that I never knew I felt. Oh my god, such a good book. Finished it like what, 2 days, and I'm planning on binge reading it. And I binge watching the show like simultaneously. That's how obsessed I am about it. And I can't keep recommending. I can't stop recommending this to people. But at the same time, I don't want people to watch it because I want to gatekeep it so bad. Oh my god. 2026 is such a good year for me so far, solely because of Hidden Rivalry, the novel and the show. And I finished it, but of course, come on, there's a second book out there, Long Game, and I had to read it. And I was not gonna read it online. The first book, I read it online because I had to read it as fast as I could, and I'm definitely planning on buying the physical copy because I need to have it in my room. I need to physically see it, morning, noon, and night. I need to see it, so definitely buying it. But I did buy the Long Game for now. Oh my god, this came in the package like today, like by noon. I'm filming it at night, so this came in like 4 or 5 hours ago. I already finished like chapter 3, and let me tell you guys, I cried. If you haven't read, the Hidden Rivalry series and you have watched the show, like, what are you doing right now? Like, go watch it. It's so good, and read it. Like, so good. The details are so good. Long Game. I need this book. My plan is to like read it like what, 10 times before season 2 releases because like I need more Shane and Ilya, guys. More Shane and Ilya. And this one, so far within chapter 3, I think I cried. I sobbed like a baby. So definitely finishing this one in like what, 2 days? Maximum 2 days. And my TBR for 2026 also have this one, the Bell Jar from Sylvia Plath. Oh my god. The way I went from Hidden Rivalry to the Bell Jar, it's the trajectory of how far and how extreme I can go. This one, I bought it along with Dorian Gray, but I did not start on this yet because it took me a lot to finish Dorian Gray, and then college, and I couldn't read. Then Hidden Rivalry came up, and this one just kept on lagging, and I can't lag it no more. I will read this as soon as I finish Long Game. So yeah, that is my 2026 book wrapped and a little sneak peek into my 2026 TBR. I hope you guys liked this video. It's a really quick video, and I'm planning on posting more recently in a shorter gap. And yeah, I hope you guys loved this video. If you liked this video, like, share, and subscribe. And yeah,